Watch, Ryan Seacrest decides to finally take a break. Ready to relive your childhood crush? Since we have Disney to satisfy our every Disney Channel related whim, we thought it was a good time to look back at some of those hunks who may or may not have been actual hunks at the time, who took over our screens and captivated hearts when we were kids, tweens, teens, and even young adults. Okay, and adults. These days, if you're anything like us, you might be wondering where some of those crushes are now. Do they have kids? Are they even still acting? Well, we did the heavy lifting and Googling for you and found all the answers you have about the guys who once graced your bedroom wall back in the day. And while some you still get to see on TV on a weekly basis, others have retired from Hollywood. But regardless of where they are in life, we love them all. So, without further ado, scroll down to take a little trip through memory lane. Ryan Merriman, Smart House. Ryan is still acting, recently appearing in a Christmas movie, Christmas on UPTV, which was delightful. He played Ian Thomas on Pretty Little Liars, and was in quite a few horror movies. He married Kristen Bickmeline in 2014 and still celebrates St. Patrick's Day every year, thankfully. Eric Von Detten, Brink. Eric Von Detten is practically a Disney prince himself, with roles in Brink and the Princess Diaries and voiced roles in Toy Story, Recess and Tarzan. However, his last gig was in 2010, stepping away from the spotlight to start a family. The 38-year-old, who now works in sales, and his wife Angela welcomed their first baby, a daughter named Claire, in May of 2019 and welcomed baby No. 2 earlier this year. Sam Horrigan, Brink. Sam played Val, leader of Team X Bloods, in 1998's Brink. In the years since, he's made appearances on shows including Veronica Mars, One Tree Hill, Modern Family, Desperate Housewives, CSI, and True Blood. Not too bad of a resume. He has 2 kids with estranged wife Betty. Philip Reese, Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century. Superstar Protozoa is still acting to this day. He most recently was in CBS All Access Tell Me a Story, and 2 episodes of Pretty Little Liars. The Perfectionists as Sophia Carson's dad. Plus, we'd be remiss not to mention his run on 24 in 2002 and 2003. Gregory Smith, Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century. Post-Xenon, he starred in Everwood from 2002 to 2006 and Rookie Blue from 2010 to 2015. But after 2015, he switched gears and starting director, particularly on CW shows such as Arrow, Riverdale, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl. Most recently, he added Katie Keene to that lengthy list. He married Taylor McKay, Brandon Baker, Johnny Tsunami. After playing Johnny Capahala in 2007's Johnny Capahala, Back on Board, he went on to star in 2013's The Formula, which would be his final gig. These days, he works for a company that organizes elopements. Riley Smith, Motocrossed. Since the 2001 movie, he's kept a steady stream of acting gigs, including Nancy Drew, Proven Innocent, Life Sentence, Frequency, Nashville, The Messengers, True Blood, 90,210, Drive, Joan of Arcadia, 24 in MAAANY more. He's also got a band called The Life of Riley, and is married to Ashley Robson. They have 1 young daughter and a dog. Shay Starbuck, the 13th year. His acting career hasn't been too eventful since the 13th year. However, Shay now creates custom closets and shelving units and has 2 adorable kids with wife Whitney Ward. Taylor Ball, Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. Taylor Ball hasn't done much since Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off in 2003, sadly, only really acting in the show Still Standing from 2002 to 2006. He's kept an incredibly low profile, not even having obvious active social media accounts. Chris Oliveira, Double Teamed. Chris unfortunately hasn't acted since 2014. Before then, he played Declan on Kyle XY and also appeared in the DCOM Now You See It. He's married to actress Alexandra Picotto and together they have a young son. Justin Timberlake, Immodel Behavior. Disney royalty JT was a cast member in the Mickey Mouse Club and channeled a male model in Immodel Behavior, acting as Jason Sharp. In case you've been on a decades-long silent retreat or have been living on Mars, he's very much still a household name. He and wife Jessica Biel are parents to Silas, 6, and Phineas, 16. Robert Richard, Alley Cat Strike. Robert Richard followed up 2000's Alley Cat Strike with a long acting career, including stints on Cousin Skeeter, Veronica Mars, Meet the Browns, The Vampire Diaries, and Empire. Plus, he's made appearances on iZombie, CSI NY, NCIS, and CSI Miami. Kyle Schmidt, Alley Cat Strike. Kyle has since starred in Netflix's The Island, as well as being Human, Lost Girl in a 2012 episode of Arrow. He's got a very cute dog named Callie who he loves to post about on Instagram. Taran Killam, Stuck in the Suburbs. Taran played famous pop singer Jordan Cahill in the 2004 movie, and went on to be a Saturday Night Live cast member from 2010 to 2016. He also appeared on How I Met Your Mother with his then-girlfriend wife Kobe Smulders, who he married in 2012. They have 2 daughters born in 2009 and 2015. Clayton Snyder, Lizzie, Maguire. After playing Lizzie Mcguire's crush from 2001 to 2004, he moved on to real estate and married longtime girlfriend Allegra Edwards in November 2020. These days, he still acts in the occasional movie or TV series, and was even set to play Ethan again in the Lizzie Mcguire revival, if that ever happens. Adam Lamberg, Lizzie Mcguire. Lizzie Mcguire's best friend Gordo only acted in 2 projects after post-Disney, with the last in 2008. He was set to reprise his role in the revival, but again, if it ever happens. Today, he works at the Irish Arts Center in NYC. Zac Efron, High School Musical. Zac Efron may always be Troy Bolton to many of us, but the HSM star went on to do quite a lot. He starred in 17 Again, Neighbors, Baywatch, The Greatest Showman, and even played Ted Bundy in a movie. He was most shot his Quibi reality series Killing Zac Efron. That is before Quibi shut down. David Henry, Wizards of Waverly Place. During his time on Wizards of Waverly Place, David Henry was also playing the son on How I Met Your Mother. And while he hit pause on his acting career in 2016, he co-wrote, directed and starred in 2020's This Is the Year. He wed Maria Cahill in 2017, and their first daughter Pia was born in March 2019. Son James arrived in December 2020. Lucas Till, Hannah Montana, the movie. Best known for romancing Hannah Montana in the 2009 flick, he is now on CBS Mcguire, which wrapped earlier this year. He's also been in 2 X-Men movies as Havoc and played the boy next door in Taylor Swift's You Belong With Me video. Cole and Dylan Sprouse, The Sweet Life of Zac and Cody. Apologies to Cole and Dylan for putting them in one slide, but where would Zac be without Cody? The twins mostly took a break from acting to go to college between 2011 and 2017, but now they're both back in it and taking advantage of their new hunk status. Cole is on Riverdale, and following his split from co-star Lily Reinhart, he's dating Ari Fournier. Meanwhile, Dylan is dating model Barbara Palvin and owns a meadery. Most of these shows and movies can currently and thankfully be found streaming on Disney. This story was originally published on Friday, March 20, 2020 at 8:18 p.m. Pacific Time.